Welcome back to NASCAR Report today. If you're enjoying these breakdowns, do us a favor and hit subscribe. We're working toward our first 1,000 subscribers and it genuinely helps this channel grow. Today's story is a wild one, 4 days, one racetrack in Michigan, and a story arc that somehow includes a wreck, a public pylon, a sold-out show, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. stepping in to settle the argument. This is about Garrett Mitchell, better known online as Cleetus McFarland. In the span of 4 days at Berlin Raceway in Marne, Michigan, he wrecked a super late model worth $40,000 to the winner, finished 19th, got told publicly that he didn't belong out there, had that same car rebuilt, sold out the grandstands for a race carrying his own name, and then ran second for 30 laps against one of the greatest super late model drivers of all time. Somewhere in the middle of all that, a clip of him rolling a tire down the racing surface became the most watched thing he posted all week. And by the end of it, Dale Earnhardt Jr. had said just a handful of words that basically ended the debate. For anyone who doesn't know him, Garrett Mitchell is 31 years old, lives in Bradenton, Florida, and runs a YouTube channel with roughly 4 to 8 million subscribers under the Cleetus McFarland name. He owns the Freedom Factory, a motorsports facility of about 65 acres built around a 3/8-mile paved oval, and that's where most of his content has come from for years. His audience grew up around drag racing, drifting, burnouts, and big horsepower builds. For most of his career, he's been a promoter and entertainer first. But at some point he decided he actually wanted to compete, seriously, and set his sights on a goal almost nobody in his position ever aims for, and he's been chasing it in public ever since. His competition resume is longer than a lot of people realize at this point. He's made 8 ARC Menard Series starts, with a career-best runner-up finish at Talladega back in April. He signed a 2-year part-time deal in the NASCAR Xfinity-level O'Reilly Auto Parts Series with Richard Childress Racing. He made his Truck Series debut at Daytona with Nice Motorsports, and later returned to that series at Michigan. His debut in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series came at Rockingham, where he finished 32nd, and his second start came at Nashville, where he spun early, picked up pit road penalties, and finished 35th. Those 2 results shaped a lot of the outside perception of him. Right now he's cleared to run every track type in the Truck Series, but in the higher series he's restricted to short tracks and road courses. And the advice he kept hearing from Dale Earnhardt Jr., from team owner Mark Rushbrook, from basically everyone, was the same: buy a straight-up late model and go short track racing, because that's actually where stock car racecraft gets built. So he did exactly that, buying a Port City Race Car's late model specifically to develop as a driver, not to make content. There's real technical reasoning behind that advice too. Short track racing teaches a driver how to manage tires over a long run, how to survive in heavy traffic, and how a car's handling changes from lap 10 to lap 60. Somebody who only makes 3 National Series starts a year never accumulates enough laps to learn any of that, while the teenagers he's racing against have been doing this every single weekend for years. Some in his audience even noted he sold a jet boat to help fund this whole program, which, even if that detail only circulated through fan channels rather than an official statement, says something about how seriously he's treating it. The first real test came at the Titanium 250 battle at Berlin, held at Berlin Raceway on Wednesday, August 12, 2026, paying $40,000 to the winner with 27 cars entered under the War National Tour Rules package. Berlin is a tight, almost round 7/16-mile paved oval, meaning drivers are turning nearly the entire lap. The field included legends like Bubba Pollard and Tristan McKee, Cup Series driver Carson Hocevar, Truck Series champion Ty Majeski, and regional standout Evan Shotko. Against that kind of field, in his very first super late model start ever, Garrett Mitchell qualified 18th. The race, though, didn't end the way that qualifying effort suggested it might. With 14 laps to go, he lost the car, spun, and collected another competitor, Keith Herp, tearing up both cars and ending both of their nights. He was classified 19th. Earlier in the race, Evan Shotko had actually put him a lap down and flipped him off in the process, before Shotko himself later crashed out of the lead late in the race. The win ultimately went to Tristan McKee after a hard-fought battle with Bubba Pollard, with Pollard second, Carson Hocevar third, and Ty Majeski fourth. Mitchell's interview afterward wasn't defensive at all. He flat out said he sucked, that he was fighting for his life out there just trying to learn the car, and that he kept overheating his right rear tire trying to overdrive it, which is actually a very real, very technical admission. That's exactly what happens when a driver asks more of the tire than it can give over a run, and it's one of the very first lessons every late model driver has to learn the hard way. He apologized to the team he'd wrecked and said he genuinely enjoyed the experience despite the result. The online reaction did not match that tone at all. Clips of the wreck spread fast, completely detached from his qualifying effort, detached from the fact that it was literally his first start in the car, and detached from just how stacked that field was. That's the version most casual viewers ended up seeing. Dale Earnhardt Jr. addressed all of it directly on his podcast. He laid out exactly what had happened, that Mitchell had gone out and bought a proper late model just like everyone told him to, gone to a short track just like everyone told him to, and then actually raced it. He pointed to the part everyone had ignored, an 18th place qualifying effort against that field, which he called pretty darn good for a first attempt, noting the guy hadn't been running dead last and had clearly worked hard for it. As for the wreck itself, Earnhardt framed it as just a normal part of racing, asking who exactly hasn't spun out and wrecked at some point. In between all that, a lighter moment went viral too, a clip of someone rolling a tire across the track that Mitchell shared online, joking that it had become one of the best parts of the whole event. The night that actually mattered competitively came 2 days later. On Saturday, August 15th, Berlin Raceway hosted the very first event of what's now the Cleetus McFarland Late Model Series, a 75-lap feature called the Big Ass Lake 75, paying $20,000 to the winner. Tickets completely sold out. His crew had the wrecked car fully rebuilt by Thursday. He qualified well, and this time he ran second for roughly the first 30 laps of the race, right there with Bubba Pollard. Dylan Stovall ended up taking the win and the $20,000, finishing ahead of Pollard, while Mitchell used up his tires during that strong opening stretch and faded from contention once they were gone. The exact final finishing position varies depending on the report, but the meaningful part is unmistakable: 30 genuine laps running second against one of the best in the business. The series itself had actually been planned months in advance. Back in March, he explained the idea that he wanted to start his own traveling late model series alongside the Crown Vic events he already promotes several times a year, giving himself repeated seat time in a late model while also giving regional late model racers a real paying event in front of an audience most grassroots promoters spend years trying to build. As of now, no second date in that series has been officially confirmed yet. Looking ahead, his next challenge is a surface he's barely touched: dirt. He's set to make his dirt late model debut at the Gateway Dirt Nationals this December at the Dome at America's Center in St. Louis, driving for promoter Cody Sommer. He's already tested at East Lincoln Speedway in North Carolina, and by all accounts it went well, with Mitchell himself saying it felt like it aligned more naturally with his skill set than pavement racing does, and that he's having a blast with it. Before December, he's hoping to test again alongside Cup Series driver Carson Hocevar, who races dirt late models himself, mainly to get some real passing data in traffic, something a solo test simply can't provide. On the NASCAR side, his next confirmed start is the Truck Series race at Talladega on October 23rd, back with Nice Motorsports, which he's already said will close out his season for this year. But the long-term goal hasn't changed at all. It's still the Daytona 500. So that's the full picture: a wreck and a 19th place finish, a wave of public criticism, a rebuilt car, a sold-out event under his own name, 30 laps running second against Bubba Pollard, a viral tire roll, and a dirt debut already booked for December. Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s point was never that Garrett Mitchell is already fast. It was that he's putting in the work in the one place where every single mistake gets filmed, shared, and picked apart by people who've never tried it themselves. That's it for this one. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked this breakdown, please subscribe to NASCAR Report today. We're aiming for 1,000 subscribers, and every single one makes a real difference for this channel. Let us know in the comments, do you think Earnhardt Jr. is right to defend him, or does Garrett Mitchell still have to earn that respect on the track? We'll see you in the next one.